2023 National Population and Housing Census will be conducted digitally, says the National Orientation Agency boss. Court restrains Iyorchia Ayu from parading self as PDP chairman. The Independent National Electoral Commission fixes Wednesday 29th to serve governors, state assembly, lawmakers-elect certificates of return. An Israeli woman freed by United Arab Emirates a year after she was convicted to life imprisonment for drug charges. Manchester United goes second in the Women's Super League with an impressive victory over the Blues. This is the MLC TV Global News, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the Confluence State of Nigeria. I am Jennifer Odimayo. The federal government has confirmed that the 2023 Population and Housing Census will commence in no distant time. Members of the Publicity and Advocacy Committee on the 2023 National Population and Housing Census, Garba Abari, confirmed this in Abuja when he appeared on the News Agency of Nigeria Forum. He said that the exercise would commence on the 3rd of May across the country. Abari, who is the Director General, National Orientation Agency NOAA, explained that the census exercise would capture every person, household and structure for national planning and project execution purposes. He described the census and the 2023 elections as major national events with significant importance, which had earlier been planned to hold not too far away from each other. The NOAA boss explained that the digitization of the exercise would enhance credibility, ensure accurate data, and respond to modern technology in line with global practice. He said the previous census exercise was looked at from the prism of one region, larger than the other, state bigger than another, local government bigger than another, and senatorial district bigger than another. He said the 2023 census would be scientific, a digital census that will respond to the reality of today and will be sent to the cloud, aimed at bringing in credible, acceptable, and open and transparent force. The University of Benin has been presented with the African Outstanding University of the Year Award 2023 in Kigali, Rwanda. In a press statement by the Public Relations Officer of the institution, Benedicta Ehanire, the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Lilian Salami, was honored as African Pillar of Education for her impact on education development in Africa. She stated that the awards were presented at the first African Education Summit, which was held at the University of Rwanda, Kigali, Rwanda. Ehanire said besides her leadership role in the Committee of Vice-Chancellors of Nigeria Federal Universities, Professor Salami remained the Vice President of the Association of Africa Universities with headquarters in Ghana, a position she had utilized to project and promote the achievements of many African universities, including the University of Benin. INEC has assured that it would conduct a credible supplementary governorship election in Adamawa that would be the pride of Nigerians and international community. INEC's Commissioner for Information and Voter Education, Festus Okoye, gave the assurance when women staged a protest at the Commission's headquarters in Abuja in respect of the Adamawa election. The protesters were led by the President, National Council of Women's Society, NCWS, Lami Lau. INEC had earlier last week declared the March 18 governorship election in Adamawa inconclusive. The final result tallied by INEC at the election showed that the Adamawa governor, Amadu Fintiri of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), scored the highest number of votes. The commission, however, declared that the counciled votes at the election were more than the margin of the victory between Fintiri and the runner-up, Senator Aishatu Binani of the All Progressive Congress (APC). Okoye thanked the women for peacefully conducting themselves, noting that the commission belonged to all Nigerians. Independent National Electoral Commission has decided that all outstanding governorship, national and state assembly supplementary elections will take place on Saturday, 15th April 2023. The announcement comes less than 1 week after two governorship elections, those of Kebbi and Adamawa states, were declared inconclusive. The Independent National Electoral Commission has announced that the elected governors, deputy governors, and State House of Assembly lawmakers received their certificates of return between Wednesday and Friday. INEC National Commissioner and Chairman of its Information and Voter Education Committee, Festus Okoye, in a statement, said the decision emanated from a meeting the Commission held on Saturday. He added that by the provisions of Section 72, subsection 1 of the Electoral Act 2022, the Commission is mandated to issue a certificate of return within 14 days to every candidate who has been returned elected under the law. The crisis rocking the main opposition People's Democratic Party in Benue State worsened as the world executive of the party slammed suspension on the party's national chairman, Iyochai Ayu. Ayu's suspension is coming barely a few days after the party national chairman's working committee had dragged the state governor, Samuel Otom, to his disciplinary committee on alleged anti-party activities. Reports that a high court sitting in Makurdi, the Benue state capital, north-central Nigeria, has issued an interim injunction restraining Iyochai Ayu from parading himself as the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party. The presiding judge, Justice U.I. Kpochi, gave the interim order on Monday, March 27, 2023, in suit number MHC 85-2023, was filed at the court by Tehinde Utan with Ayu and the PDP as defendants. The judgment is coming barely 24 hours after the Executive Committee of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) Iyorop Ward of Boko local government area of Benue State suspended the national chairman of the party, Iyochai Ayu, with immediate effect. The PDP chairman was suspended for anti-party activities after passing a vote of no confidence on him. While reading a resolution, the secretary of the party in Igorov Ward, Banga Duyom, said the PDP national chairman's anti-party activities alongside his allies contributed to PDP's loss in his ward and local government in the governorship election. Ayu is also accused of not paying his annual dues as enshrined by the party's constitution. 12 out of the 17 ESCO members signed the document endorsing his suspension. They also alleged that the PDP chieftain did not vote during the governorship and state assembly election held on the 18th of March 2023. According to them, most of Ayu's closest allies work for the opposition All Progressive Congress (APC), which resulted in the abysmal performance of the PDP in Iyorov Ward. Meanwhile, News One Nigeria reports that the case has been adjourned until April 17th for further hearing. The leadership of the APC in Kogi has finally screened Murtala Yakubu Ajaka, a frontline governorship aspirant, after his purported suspension by the party recently. Also screened by the party were the state deputy governor, Edward Onoja, and the Senate Smart Adeyemi, among others. They are all anxious to lead the people of Kogi come January 27, 2024. The suspended APC aspirant, Yakubu Ajaka, was successfully screened after the state governor, Yahaya Bello, waded into the crisis. He was alleged to have been involved in anti-party activities, which the governor frowned at. Bello, being the leader of the party in Kogi, warned against bickerings that could undermine the peace and unity the APC had been known for under his leadership. He has directed all aspirants in the forthcoming governorship primaries in the state to focus on their strength in wooing party members and refrain from decisive tendencies in the interest of the party. Yakubu Ajaka from Kogi East is also the Deputy National Publicity Secretary of the APC. Shortly after a screening, Yakubu Ajaka described his purported suspension as an avoidable distraction and thanked the governor for his fatherly role in solving matters. He said he will rather remain focused to emerge victorious in the forthcoming APC primary election scheduled for April 10. More than 20 people from different political parties are jostling for the #1 seat in Kogi after Bello's exit on January 27, 2024. The APC Zonal Chairman, Kogi East, Mohammed Nassar Alfa, in a press statement made available to journalists, stated that his attention has been drawn to a dubious press conference by some self-serving people who claim to have spoken on behalf of the Kogi East APC, during which they attacked Governor Yahaya Bello on sundry issues, ranging from happenings in the State House of Assembly and the ongoing process to nominate the governorship candidate for Ajay party. Alfa said it is imperative to state in the strongest of terms that the Kogi East APC is in support of measures taken by Governor Yahaya Bello to strengthen the security architecture of the state. His choice to prioritize security over politics should be commended by all, and they stood by him on that. On the purported suspension of certain individuals within the party in Kogi, it is ludicrous to accuse the same governor who put the situation under control of also being the one stoking the violence. He said the governor has provided excellent leadership and support to the party, and they owe their strings of successes in various circles of elections to his purposeful, dynamic, and pragmatic leadership. The chairman said the Kogi East APC will not condone a situation in which emergency political desperados will throw fire to the roof of the party just because they feel they lack what it takes to clinch the party's governorship ticket, saying those who have picked nominations form are free to test their popularity instead of sponsoring ill-fated press conference to destabilize the party. Promised punitive measures in accordance with the constitution of the party shall be meted out to erring members and their surrogates. The Secretary of the All Progressive Congress Presidential Campaign Council and Chairman of the House of Representatives Committee on Finance, James Abiodun Faleke, has declared that his decision not to participate in the governorship race of Kogi State is born out of his desire to subject his interests to national interest. A group of Kogites from the 3 senatorial districts had put money together to purchase a governorship nomination form for Faleke last month, urging him to throw his hat in the ring as the most acceptable candidate at the moment. But in a chat with correspondent yesterday, Faleke urged those that bought the form not to lose hope of a better Kogi without him, adding that he will still add value to the state in many other ways. He thinks that his interest must not override national interest. The people that bought form on his behalf meant well, and he appreciates them, and he is pleading with them and other numerous supporters in Kogi State to see the larger picture and to note that he is still with them in spirit, body, and soul, and will continue to contribute to the development of the state, he said. The APC in Adamawa has suspended indefinitely the party executive of Gwadabawa Ward, Yola North local government, over the alleged unconstitutional suspension of Boss Mustapha, secretary to the government of the Federation, SGF. Raymond Jidama, the state secretary of the party, disclosed this at a news conference in Yola. He said that the State Working Committee, SWC, under the leadership of Chief Sumaila Tadawas, received the resolution of the Yola North Executive Committee on unconstitutional conduct of the suspended executive members for announcing to the media that the SGF has been suspended from the party. Chidama said that the Local Government Executive Committee recommended their indefinite suspension and the formation of a caretaker committee. He said the SWC also considered the confidence bestowed on the SGF by the president, whereby he gave him national honor, and several letters of commendation, and appointed him to chair key federal government committees and councils, the latest being the Presidential Committee on Transition. According to him, the SWC therefore viewed the activities of these people as an embarrassment to the national chairman, the president, and the party. The secretary directed all suspended members to hand over all party properties in their possession to the chairman of the Yola North immediately. All lower organs of the party are reminded to consult widely with their stakeholders before engaging in this type of white elephant investment in the future. We go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Malachite TV Online is here. For your timely and reliable news that reaches you fast with the breaking news, choose MLC TV. Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV. With entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
Welcome back. Now on foreign. The United Arab Emirates has released an Israeli woman a year after she was convicted on drug charges. Israel called her pardon a special gesture to President Isaac Herzog, who had requested her release. Fida Kiwan flew home on Sunday to meet her family. Kiwan was arrested on April 2021 for possessing cannabis and cocaine. Her initial death sentence was reduced to life in prison on appeal. Israel and the UAE normalized relations under a U.S. brokered deal in 2020. Kiwan, an Arab-Israeli photographer, was visiting Dubai for work when she was arrested. According to prosecutors, she was found with 50 grams of cocaine and 500 grams of cannabis. She said the cocaine was not hers. President Herzog urged his UAE counterpart, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, to pardon her. After the release, Herzog thanked the UAE president and wished him a month of kindness and peace for Ramadan. Under the U.S. brokered agreement known as the Abraham Accords, Israel normalized relations with several Arab countries. Ties between UAE and Israel have been flourished since, with the trade growing and Israel tourists flocking to Dubai. NATO has condemned Russia's dangerous and irresponsible rhetoric after Vladimir Putin's decision to station tactical nuclear weapons in Belarus. The organization is closely monitoring the situation and said the move would not lead to its change its own nuclear strategy. Belarus shares a long border with Ukraine, as well as with NATO members Poland, Lithuania, and Latvia. Ukraine has called for an emergency meeting of UN Security Council to address the potential threat of President Putin's announcement. President Putin said Moscow will not be transferring control of its arms to Minsk, and that Belarusian leader Alex Lukashenko, a firm ally of the Kremlin and supporter of its invasion of Ukraine, had long raised the issue with him. Ukraine says the move violates nuclear non-proliferation agreement, an accusation President Putin has denied, instead comparing it to the U.S. stationing its weapon in Europe. But NATO on Sunday described Russia's reference to nuclear sharing as misleading. The military alliance also accused Russia of consistently breaking its own arms control commitments, including the country's decision to suspend the New START Treaty, a deal signed in 2010, which limits the number of U.S. and Russian nuclear warheads and gives each the power to inspect the other's weapon. A top security advisor to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky accused Russia of making Belarus a nuclear hostage. Oleksiy Danilov wrote on Twitter that Russia's plan were a step towards internal destabilization in Belarus and predicted anti-Russia sentiment in the country would grow. Exiled Belarusian opposition leader Sviatladna Tsikhanouskaya said Russia's deployment of nuclear weapons in her country grossly contradicts the will of the Belarusian people and would make it a potential target for retaliatory strikes. But Yuri Sak, an advisor to Ukraine's Ministry of Defense, told journalists that Ukraine was used to nuclear threats from Russia, adding that the deployment in Belarus would not change the outcome of the war. Now on sports, let's join Jonah Malik on a sport update.
And on sports update, the Super Eagles of Nigeria on Sunday flew out to Guinea-Bissau for their reverse fixture of their 2023 African Cup of Nations qualifier against the Jotos of Guinea-Bissau. The players and the officials departed the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, on Sunday for Bissau. They are expected to arrive at the Osvaldo Vieira International Airport, Bissau. Whose Pesibio's side will have a feel of the venue of the game, Estadio 24 de September later today. The Super Eagles of Nigeria lost 1-0 to the Jotos of Guinea-Bissau in the first fixture at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, Abuja, on Friday. Monday's encounter will start at 6 p.m. Nigerian time. Still on sport, Manchester City leapfrogged defending champion Chelsea to go second in the Women's Super League with an impressive victory over the Blues on Sunday. Philippa Ingeldas brilliantly loofed the 20-minute strike put City ahead and Lauren Hamp raffled in the second. City's first league win over Chelsea since 2017 means the only three leaders Manchester United on goal difference at the top of the table. Chelsea is a point back in third but has a game in hand. This was their first WSL defeat since the opening game of the season, while City remains unbeaten in the league since the defeat by Chelsea last September. The meeting of the title contenders, which marked Women's Football Weekend, was watched by 5,222 fans at the Academy Stadium, just shy of City's record crowd at their home stadium. The manager of Tottenham Hotspur FC, Antonio Conte, has departed the English football club by mutual agreement after 16 months on the job. A statement released on Sunday night said his assistant Christian Stellini will take the team as acting head coach for the remainder of the season, along with Ryan Mason as assistant head coach. Before the international break last weekend, Conte criticized his players for being lazy and also hit hard on the leadership of the club and noted that he was not bothered about his future at the football outfit. Tottenham Hotspur have garnered 49 points from 28 games in this Premier League season and are just a point behind Manchester United in third place with 2 games less than the London club. The chairman of Tottenham Hotspur, Mr. Daniel Levy, thanked the Italian coach for the success he had at his first season in the club, saying Champions League qualification in Antonio Conte's first season at the club. We thank Antonio Conte for his contribution and wish him well for the future. We have 10 Premier League games remaining and we have to fight on our hands for the Champions League place. We all need to put together. Everyone has to step up to ensure the highest possible finish for our club and amazing royal supporters, he added. Conte's last match for Tottenham Hotspur was a 3-3 draw with Southampton at the St. Mary's Stadium on March 18th. The club will head to Merseyside on April 3rd to face St. Dyche Everton. And that sports update on MLC TV News, I am Ali Jonah reporting. Back to Akasta for more stories.
Thank you, Jonah, for the sports update. Now on entertainment, let's join Joy Dada.
On entertainment, Nigerian music stars Wizkid, Tekno, and Wanda Barton are part of the featured artists on the 3rd season of popular TV show Ted Lasso. The 3rd season of popular TV show Ted Lasso, which premiered on September 22nd, 2023, will be The Nigerian stars are joined by the artists across the world including American megastar Beyonce, rapper Ice Cube, and the great Bob Dylan. Wizkid Essence, Tekno's Enjoy, and Wonder Barton's No Wahala all made the 50-track soundtrack. Nigerian singer Ife also appears on the soundtrack with her song Ozo featuring Umi Obiligo. The first trailer for the third season was released on the 15th of this month. Nigerian superstar Rema has continued to shine on the United Kingdom official singles chart. On this week's UK official single chart, Rema's Calm Down reached a new peak as it moved from its number 5 spot last week to number 4 this week. The single extended its stay on the chart to 30 weeks as it continued to be a dominant international force. Similarly, Libyanka's People reached a new peak of number 5 as it moved 2 places up from its number 7 position last week while entering its 12th week on the chart. Meanwhile, Arya Star's Rush drops 2 places to number 26th this week as it spent its 9th week on the chart, among others. Still on entertainment, reality TV star VEA has shared her experience with men in Nigeria and the United Kingdom. Speaking on a podcast, she spoke on her previous relationships and praised Nigerian men over their counterparts in the UK. To back her claim, V revealed that Nigerian men are better at taking responsibility for the financial implications of going on dates with women, unlike UK men who go by the 50-50 method of splitting bills. Recently, the UK-born media personality shared that she has no desire to leave Nigeria as she's in love with the adventure and the beautiful chaos that come with Lagos. V claimed that she has taken the decision to create a life for herself in Nigeria, stressing that she is not prepared to abandon her purpose by flying back to her birthplace. Joy Dada, reporting for MLC TV.
Thanks for the update, Joy. The entire Dia family, home and abroad, has announced the passing away of their father, late General Oladipo Dia. General Oladipo Dia was the former chief of general staff under the late head of state, late General Sani Abacha. Barrister Prince Oyesimilola Dia, in a statement on behalf of the deceased family, said the entire Dia family announced the passing on to glory of their dear husband, father, grandfather, and brother, Donaldson Oladipo Oyeyinka Dia. He said their dear daddy passed on to glory in the early hours of Sunday, 26th March. According to him, further announcements will be made public in due course. And that is the size of our package. To our Muslim faithful, we say Ramadan Kareem. For your continued support, please watch, subscribe, and share our link as usual. Our YouTube channel is still Malachi TV. Like and follow our Facebook pages, MLC TV and MLC TV 2. For your event coverage, appearance on any of our programs, contributions, comments, advert placements, or sponsorship, please call or send to any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join Malachi TV online on weekends to watch our various programs. Saturday, 7 p.m. Political Arena. Sunday, 6 p.m. Women's World. And Monday, 9 a.m. The Opinion. It is Malachi TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. Please continue to be your brothers and sisters' keeper to build a better and happier society together. I am Jennifer Odimayo. Thanks for watching.